boy, peace and blessings. Welcome back. Today we're doing a 6-card tarot spread for the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Alright, we're using the Occult Tarot deck by Travis McHenry. The first card represents your current self. The second card represents your guide, your assistance from the spirit realm, and other helpful energy you may come in contact with. The third card is energy you can control, energy that should be easy for you to access. The fourth card is your shadow, your challenge, any negativity that may happen in the next 30 days. The fifth card is energy that's not worth controlling, energy you should give up, energy we should rid from ourselves and transform. The sixth card is your future self. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I will be doing readings every new moon. Alright, you can also email me for a personal reading. Think of a number 1, 2, or 3, and you can jump to that time in the video. Thank you. Alright, for my number ones, your first card is the Four of Wands. Person knows all things hidden, answers truly about things earthly or divine. Your number is 20. The Four of Wands represents the fire element. That also has to do with home, families, celebrating, alright, bringing energy into your home, positive energy into your home. So I think you're just feeling really good right now, right? The card's an image of a man with a lion head blowing some type of trumpet or instrument, riding a bear. So maybe y'all just got a lot going on. Alright, but it seems to be like a lot of positive things. It seems like you're able to enjoy the chaos. You're able to enjoy all the things that's going on. You're able to act a fool right now. It seems like you're able to party right now. You're able to celebrate. You're able to feast. Your second card, which represents your guide, your assistance from the spirit realm, and your helpful energy, is the Two of Cups, Salos. Causes the love of women to men and of men to women. It's also represented by the number 19. Based on this card, your guides are helping you to attract love. So maybe it's a good time now to get in a relationship, to start something new. Now, the Two of Cups represents love and partnerships and relationships, healthy relationships. That could be from a man or a woman or from the spiritual realm. Your third card, which represents energies you can control, is the Ace of Cups, Buer, represented by the number 10. Teaches philosophy and the uses of herbs, heals all diseases and disorders, bring good familiars. The Ace of Cups also represents love, positivity, creativity, alright, bringing birthing something new. So you have the energy to start a lot of new things right now, new relationships, maybe a new job, a new partnership. Alright, you shouldn't be overwhelmed by love right now. I mean, that sounds so negative. I mean, you could be overwhelmed, but you know, it shouldn't be like overbearing, it shouldn't be draining or anything. You know, your love should be draining. Your love should be free and creative right now. Alright, it should be new and it should be fun right now. Alright, these are all helpful energies. They're all kind of related. It feels good to be overwhelmed with love, alright? But it shouldn't be draining, you know. I hope you understand what I mean by that. Your fourth card, which represents your negativity, your shadow side, things that may challenge you in the next 30 days, is the Ace of Wands, Azazel. Teaches holy secrets, instructs how to make weapons and the art of seduction. Alright, it seems like you guys could be headed into a very positive relationship, very positive love life. You know, don't get seduced. Alright, don't make weapons out of tools. You get what I mean? A hammer can be used as a tool or a weapon, right? A lot of things in our life can either help us or destroy us. You get what I mean? You know, don't give your positive, creative, loving energy away to just anyone. You get what I mean? To the enemy. Make sure it's for you and people who are grounded like you, people who are fiery like you, people who are going the same place as you are. You know, people who share your dreams and share your goals. The Ace of Wands also represents power, creation, new beginnings. Okay, it seems like you're at a road. You can either go down a road that's going to be very beneficial or go down a road that will bite you in the back. You get what I mean? And I don't want to sound too harsh or nothing, but it's that obvious, alright? There's going to be a road you're going down, and there's going to be someone who's going to try to take you off your path. Now, that could also represent your shadow self, or it could be someone else. Alright, so be on your toes, alright? Alright, it's a man carrying a pitchfork, little frog in the back, right? Walking with a goat. He booty naked. Alright. Watch who you getting booty naked with, alright? Watch for the frogs, might jump on you. The witches might jump on you. All right, your fifth card, which represents energy that's not worth controlling the next 30 days. The devil, Moloch, makes one worse off than ever before, tricks mortals into being bound, accepts child sacrifice. To me, all right, what I'm getting right now, it's not worth trying to control your darkness, your dark side right now, all right? And I take that as your positive spirits are handling it for you. All right, a lot of times we have a lot of protection in the spiritual realm that we don't use every day. All right, it's something you have the potential to do that will make you worse off than ever before. He's a king, but he has blood on his hands. The devil represents shadows, limitations, and barriers. Energy I've been working on recently, I just want to share with you, is to be good, acceptable, and perfect, okay? It's not against your limitations to be the best version of yourself, you know? It's not against your limitations to boss up and do better. This energy right now is not worth controlling. Your sixth card, which represents your future self in the next 30 days, is the Three of Cups. I believe that's pronounced Kasayan. It represented the number 11. Reconciles friends, tells of the past, present, and future, gives dignities and honors. The Three of Cups represents celebration, all right, accomplishing achievements, okay? So it looks like the beginning of these 30 days you'll be celebrating, and the end of the 30 days you'll be celebrating if all goes right. You know, I love a happy ending. I love a happy ending, y'all. All right, this is your 6-card spread for the next 30 days. Thank you. All right, if you pick number 2, your first card, which represents your current self, is the Four of Cups, Shacks, represented by the number 44. Steals or fetches anything requested, including money and horses. Reveals secret things, brings questionable familiars. Alright, on the card's an image of a bird-like creature. Alright, trying to cheer up this horse-like creature. You've been thinking a lot, you've been contemplating a lot, you've been meditating a lot. Alright, there's a lot of questions that you want right now. There's a lot of answers that you want right now, but you know that you're able to get them. Alright, it will help you to be in a more positive mood. Our mind and our emotions controls our reality a lot of times. Alright, so right now you should try to get those emotions in order. That's what you're doing. Hopefully this reading will help you. Shax is a spirit that's represented as being able to take anything he wants. Okay, he was able to take gold out of king's houses. You know where this pot of gold is, okay? It's really inside of you, right? You have to remember what's inside of you. You are the gold, you are the treasure. Alright, your second card, which represents your guide, assistance from the spiritual realm, and other helpful energy you have access to freely, is the Seven of Swords, Andromalius. Returns items and punishes thieves, reveals hidden treasures. Alright, represented by the number 72. The Seven of Swords represents betrayal and deception and lies. Alright, now this card represents your guide, so you know, maybe you should ask your guides right now, who's betraying you, who's been lying to you. You know, there's something dirty going on. You know, people are trying to hide something from you that you already know. Okay, you know everything. You have access to everything. Or your guides are telling you, you know, something's up, and you know something's up. You know, you can see through this disguise. You get what I mean? Your guides can see through this disguise. Whatever disguise is going on right now, all right, don't be a fool. You know, you're not a fool. Maybe you're just lacking the confidence right now. You know, do something to get your confidence back, because you know what's going on. Andromalius is also represented as a spirit that can bring back things that are stolen to you. Alright, someone's been stealing from you. You have the help to get those stolen items back. Your third card, which represents energy you can control freely right now, is the Emperor Baal. Alright, represented by the number 1. Controls the weather, rain, and lightning. Cures or causes pestilence. Okay, right now you know you're in a lot of control right now. Someone's trying to deceive you. Someone's trying to betray you. You know, you're already 10 steps ahead. All right, so it's up to you. What do you want to do? Seems like you're sad about it, right? No one likes being betrayed. You get what I mean? You know, your spirit's asking me to keep it real with you, for real. Just, you know, I would just cut them off. You get what I mean? I cut them off for real. You want real energy. You know, you want those same things you guys were doing, those same things, but you want it to be real this time. You know, there are good people out here. Just because you can control your crown, you know, doesn't mean everyone else can. You know, you can control your kingdom right now, but it's just what kind of judgment calls are you going to make? The Emperor represents strength and leadership, stability, divine masculine energy. Bell is also represented as a spirit that can make things invisible. All right, you can control invisibility right now. All right, you're in your divine masculine energy right now. Your fourth card, which represents your challenge, your shadow, your negativity, is the Fool. Gives understandings of animals in the voice of the waters, answers of things to come, represented by number 53. Alright, this is represented by a man with no arms. Right, has this Pinocchio-like hat on, you know. So you just have to figure out, should you play the Fool right now, or do you want to be in your divine masculine energy? It seems like you have the energy, you could double cross someone right now, you could triple cross someone right now. Alright, you know what's going on. It's just, how much do you know? Do you need to know everything? Alright, you can start trusting your intuition for a lot of things. Alright, you don't need physical proof for a lot of things, you know. But I understand being that divine masculine energy, you know, you don't want to trust your feelings, you want to trust reality and proof, but, you know, you're not a fool. Especially if you're in your divine masculine energy and you're looking at tarot readings, you get, I mean, you're already in tune with your intuition. Alright, the Fool represents freedom, intuition, new opportunities. Okay, maybe you don't know if you want to do something new. You know, maybe these new things are enticing. Okay, maybe by the end of the reading we can figure this out. But it seems like you're enticed. You can choose. You have multiple options right now. You know the people who you're around have done something wrong. It seems like you don't necessarily want to move on to new people. Cameo is a spirit that's represented as having excellent forms of communication. Alright, so the only thing that's really challenging right now is the truth. Alright, your fifth card, which represents energies not worth controlling for the next 30 days, is the King of Cups, represented by the number 52. Alistair teaches astronomy and liberal arts, brings good familiars. Alright, the King of Cups represents the master of the water elements, right? So right now, the energy that's not worth controlling is emotions, alright, change, right? People going through phases, you know, maybe you're going through a phase. Maybe some people are emotionally unstable. I don't know if this is you or people you're around. You probably know better than me. Alright, but the energy you can't control and the energy you can control are both divine, kingly energies, alright? Are both the highest forms of a certain type of energy. It seems like people are trying to manipulate you, okay? And you're able to manipulate them. You're able to manipulate them way worse than they're manipulating you. Okay, you can drown these people. You can flood these people. This situation, whatever it is you're going through, seems like it's not worth doing right now. Alright, just because you have other kingly energy, you get what I mean? This kingdom can drown right now. You have a whole nother kingdom to go to. That's what it seems like. Alright, your sixth card, which represents your future self in this next moon cycle, the next 30 days, is the Two of Swords. Halfist, represented by number 38. Builds towers and provides weapons and ammunition. Sends soldiers to appointed places. Alright, the Two of Swords represents friendships, balance, people who are on your level. Alright, so it seems like you started out with people who are stealing from you. Alright, but it seems like by the end of this cycle, you'll be around people who are on your level. Maybe these people can change. You know, maybe the situation can change. You'll find something more balancing. Alright, it seems like you have a hard choice to make. Okay, it also seems like by the end of this 30 days, you know, you'll still be a little indecisive. You know, it seems like maybe just things aren't perfect, but things can be more balanced than what they are now. You know, things can be good and acceptable. You know, things don't always have to be perfect. Alright, but this is your 6-card spread. You can screenshot this. Thank you for watching. Alright, if you pick number 3, this is your reading. Your first card, which represents your current self, is the Ace of Pentacles, Lucifuge, Rofacal. Gives all worldly power and treasures, make one rich quickly. Alright, seems like you'll be having a lot of success soon. Right now you're feeling very secure, very stable, very prosperous. You have a lot of opportunities you're able to access right now. Maybe you just started a certain opportunity, or maybe an opportunity is right around the corner for you. Lucifuge is represented as a very powerful spirit of darkness that doesn't like being in the light, although very successful. Okay, he doesn't want to be seen. So maybe you have a lot of things to show right now, you know, but you're okay not showing them currently. You know, that's just how you're feeling right now. Your second card, which represents your guide, assistance from the spiritual realm, and other helpful energy you have access to, is the Page of Swords. Bodis gives answers of past, present, and future, reconciles friends and foes, represented by the number 17. The Page of Swords represents a very talkative, friendly, curious energy, a very happy-go-lucky, freeing energy. Your guides are happy to talk to you right now. They're very curious of where you are in your life right now. They're curious how they can help you. Start making demands from your spirits. Start asking questions right now. Bodis is a spirit represented as being able to see into the future and to the past. So you can ask your guides, what is your future going to look like? What is your past looking like? You have access to a lot of information right now that could be useful for you. The third card, which represents the energy you can control over the next 30 days, is the Page of Wands, represented by the number 51. It gives answers concerning past, present, and future. It can make one invisible. The Page of Wands represents strength, passion, new ideas, optimism. These are all things you can control right now. You're able to control your future right now. You're able to make yourself invisible right now if need be. Your fourth card, which represents your challenge, your negativity, your shadow side, things that may go against you currently, is the Four of Swords, represented by number 66. Samias is a spirit that's represented as having a lot of knowledge of war. He's an excellent warrior, excellent soldier, teaches grammar, logic, and rhetoric, can make one appear like a soldier. So this sounds like it's your own ideas that can challenge you, your own beliefs, your own thought systems. You have the opportunity right now to make new beliefs, new thought patterns, new rituals, new things that can help you, things that can bring you into the future that you see for yourself. The only thing that's challenging you right now is the information you have. Start seeking new information. You seem like a very powerful spirit, but there's always new things you can learn. Remember, your enemies can learn new things as well. Four Swords represents relaxation, resting. So don't sleep on your negative side, your negative traits, Don't sleep on the power of your enemies. Things aren't as they appear right now. There's some logic that you need that can help you. That's what I'm feeling right now. That's what your spirit guides told me to say. Just because you can see the future right now doesn't mean other people can't too. So plan accordingly. And this could also represent yourself. Okay, maybe you're too caught up in your own logic, in your own thoughts. Let's see, maybe by the end of this, it'll be clear. But your fifth card for the next 30 days, that represents energy that's not worth controlling. Energy you can control that's not worth doing it. The King of Wands, Asmodeus, represented by number 32, makes men fly into passionate rage and desire, destroys the happiness of married couples, wastes the beauty of virgins, reveals the future. The King of Wands represents honor, authority, respect. So those energies aren't worth controlling right now, okay? You have enough respect. You can't force people to respect you. You have enough authority. You can't force people to be under your authority. You're focused on your business. You're focused on your tomorrow. It's not worth doing something different. Whatever energy you're in, you should stay in that energy. But there's an energy that's tempting you that you can control, Maybe you can control other people's tomorrow, right? You can see the future. You can tell other people what to do and things like that. You have authority over other people too. But right now, that's not worth doing. Maybe other people are angry at you. Maybe other people are being lustful after you, want what you have. But they can't have it. That's up to them to understand. You can't help who you are. Because this is a king energy, right? This is also a kingly energy, ace energy, right? Very high, powerful energy, You can't help how powerful you are. I'm gonna be honest, it be feeling like God has favorites sometimes. I ain't gonna say he do be feeling like that sometimes. The universe has favorites, If you're someone's favorite, you know, you can't help it. Alright, your 6th card, which represents your future self after this 30-day period, is the 7 of Wands. Glaciolabolus, represented by number 25, causes murder and bloodshed, tells of things to come, causes the love of friends or enemies, can make one invisible. Alright, so after this 30-day period, you know, you'll be able to cause love, or it seems like you'll be able to cause harm. You may want to turn invisible. You know, that can mean taking a vacation, you know, changing your environment, being somewhere you've never been seen before. Alright, the 7 of Wands represents staying grounded, overcoming challenges, perseverance. Okay, you can persevere over that negative energy, these people who are lusting after you, these people who may be treating you like an idol right now. You know, people who may be showing fake love to you. At the beginning, it seems like you couldn't cause love, but by the end of this, it seems like you'll be in a more loving state. Right at the beginning of this, it seems like you're planning for the future. By the end of this 30-day period, it sounds like you'll be ready for war. Alright, use this 30-day period to plan. That's what I'm hearing. Alright, you can plan out your future. You know, plan out your year. Plan out the next 2 years. Yeah, I mean, you can plan your future. Alright, I'm not sure exactly how long, but, you know, your spirits are telling me, you know, plan right now. Use this 30-day period. You know, go invisible for 30 days. You know, come back out. Yeah, I mean, boss up. Come back out ready for love, ready for war. Alright, away from like lower energies. Right, and that's very impressive to say. You know, Asmodeus is lower than you right now. You know, the King of Wands, you know, your energy is better than that right now. You know, don't let these fiery people burn you up. You know, you're focused on your future right now. You're focused on, you know, tomorrow right now. So don't worry about these people who are going to crash and burn today. You know, who are going to crash and burn next week. You know, plan your future out. You know, come back prepared. You know, you seem to be in a good state right now. You have a lot of help right now. You know, start multiplying your kingdom. Start multiplying your energy, your positive energy, your foresight, your clairvoyance. You know, these things you have access to. Try not to get blinded by your masculine energy, too. Alright, try to be more balanced. Alright, your way out is in the middle of chaos and war. Alright, you can see the future, be prepared for it. Alright, don't waste your gifts. Don't be one of the people who can see the future and does nothing about it. You know, everyone can't just see the future. You know, you're one of the rare people who can. So take advantage of your skills. Alright, find new ways to use your skills. This is your 6-card spread for the energy you'll be feeling for the next 30 days. Thank you.